Hi everybody, I am Husky Light. Thanks for stopping by. I wanted to do something a little bit fun and a little bit different today, so here it is. No, that is not a real fairy that you're looking at, but stay to the end of the video because I've got something really special that I want to show you. So firstly, what are fairies or elementals? They are workers of Mother Gaia. They're here to help and support and heal the earth. Just as they come in different shapes and sizes, they also have vastly different roles from each other. Ultimately though, they are all here for the well-being of the planet, and they are all here to work towards healing the planet and making it a better place to be. There's even 4 different kinds of elementals for the earth, the air, fire and water. And there are elementals of earth, and those carry the kinds of energy within them. So those are things like giants, trolls, gnomes, dwarfs. They're all of the earth. They work with the ground, they work with the soil, they dig, while giants wander above it as well. They are all continually healing the land so that they can continue to live on it. Air. If we look at the air elementals, these are sort of fairies, and they can also be called wispins as well. Fairies, however, come in loads of different sizes and loads of different shapes, and their duties are not all the same. Some of them are for the flowers, some of them are for the trees, and others are to help the community as well. When we get onto fire, we're looking at dragons, phoenixes, salamanders. They're some of the fire elementals. They purge and they cleanse with fire, leaving only true purity behind and healing. And then we've got water, which is the mermaids, the sirens and the water elementals. They are in currents in a river. You can hear them. They're in the sea. When you're standing by the ocean, they're pushing the waves out to shore. So these are just a few of them. So let's get into some of the fake ones. And let's get into some of them which look a little bit more real, and we're not actually sure whether they're real or not. So the first one is the Cottingley fairies. These are really famous. This was a series of 5 photographs taken by Elsie Wright and Francis Griffiths, who were 2 young cousins who lived in Cottingley near Bradford in England in 1917. Now, when the photographs were taken, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, who used them, was really interested in them and used them to illustrate an article on fairies that he'd been commissioned to write for a Christmas 1920 edition of the Strand magazine. He was very spiritual and he was really excited about the photograph. It wasn't until that both girls grew up and were in their 80s by the time they admitted to the photographs being faked, and they were actually cardboard cutouts of a really popular children's book that was out at that time. But there was a 5th and final photograph which was maintained by Francis that was genuine. The photographs and the 2 cameras are on display at the moment at the National Science and Media Museum in Bradford in England. This next one is the Derbyshire mummified fairy, and it's been dubbed one of the greatest hoaxes of all time. It's an iconic image of a tiny fairy corpse in a forensic lab. It captured the imagination of the world, and it still goes viral to this day. And this was released in a big mainstream newspaper back in 2007. This next picture coming up was taken by a woman called Lisa Wildgoose. She was taking photographs in the ancient Bluebell Woods near Towcester in Northampton, and when she got home she spotted this image on the picture which looks remarkably like a little tiny winged figure hovering by the bluebells. The mother of 2 called in her twin 5-year-old girls, Maya and Madison, who said it's not a fly, it's a fairy. This was back in 2015, and I'm not sure whether it's been debunked or not. And this next picture. This was published in June 2016, and this is a guy called John Rutledge, and apparently he was strolling near Newbridge in Wales. He was taking this is in England, taking photographs of sunny landscapes, and when he came to review the photographs, he was shocked to see what appeared when 7 tiny winged creatures in the air. The figures also appeared to have little arms and little legs on them, and John reckons this is solid evidence of a paranormal event. And I don't know if this has been debunked or not yet, but it's a pretty interesting photo, which brings me on to the last one. This is a photograph that was sent by one of my best friends last October in 2017. It's a photograph of one of her friends had taken and sent to her. He was taking a picture of his beautiful back garden. Sun is shining through there, and if you look really closely into this picture, there are 2 near the bark. There they are, little winged creatures, which look amazing. I also changed them into black and white as well. If you look at the one on the right hand, well, the one on the left looks like it's got 2 legs. If you look at the one on the right, you can see the wings at the back, you can see the head, and it looks like they've got 2 legs sort of straight out in front of them, and you can just make out a little pair of feet. They're really amazing. It's a really amazing photograph. I have no reason to believe that it's not real, that it's been photoshopped or anything like that. And what I would like anyone to do is, I've got the photo obviously on my laptop. I'm not very good at enhancing things and sort of magnifying things. So the best thing to do is, if anybody knows how to make those little creatures clearer in my pictures, I would love you to get in touch with me. Drop me an email, info@huskylight.com. But the thing that got me about these, they're the same colour as well as the ones that John Rutledge in 2016 photographed. And this is I think he's a university lecturer. I don't have any reason to believe why he would fake something like this. And certainly my best mate's mate who sent the photo to her, you know, this was a normal guy taking a photograph of his garden. No reason whatsoever to, and never expecting it to go on the internet either, no reason whatsoever to do something like that. Really interesting, really fascinating. Are they real fairies? Is it a trick of the light? Or are they, I don't think they're dragonflies. I've tried to figure out what they are and I just can't, and I think they're amazing. It's an amazing picture. So let me know, have you seen a fairy? I have actually seen a fairy. When I woke up, I was taking the dogs for a walk one day and I did actually see one. It ran literally in front of my feet at a crazy speed. And I almost didn't have time to register it. I just registered it that I knew it was a fairy of some kind. So there's my picture, our real real pictures here. So let me know, do you believe in fairies? Do you like fairies? Obviously, being spiritual, I do believe in them, and I do believe in elementals as well, just as I believe in a lot of interdimensional and extra-dimensional creatures and ghosts and spirits that are around us. But I thought I'd do this for a little bit of fun and just see what you think of it. Namaste, take care, and I will speak to you soon. Bye.